What's up, Daryl and Warner? This is the Wolverine, the effing machine, Mr. GMSI himself, Brian Cage. I mean, who better? You already know the answer to that question. And if you don't, that is nobody. Giving you guys a shout out on your podcast, Covalent. And I appreciate you guys being big fans, big supporters, and the best is yet to come. All right, guys, take care.
It is Wednesday. You gotta let us know if you want it, man, because if you do, we gonna light the fuse, and y'all know what is about to happen because y'all are here getting ready to enjoy the best professional wrestling podcast out there. I would even say podcast in general. Hands down, bar none, y'all are welcomed into your AEW Dynamite Live Review. This your boy, Mr. Starksign.
Big Dub.
What is going on, beautiful people? What is happening in the house tonight? Now, you got to show that you rock with us out the gate if you are sitting in this building right now. Otherwise, we going to Abraham Lincoln your ass. Okay? If you are sitting in this theater, you will participate in the Truth Seekers roll call. Drop those Truth Seekers in the comment section. Drop the Truth Seekers in the comment section. I need to know that y'all are in here and y'all are ready to rock out with us. And also, like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Show the necessary love. Donation gang, you can do it multiple ways, man. We got the Cash App, Streamlabs link, and we have Super Chat, Super Stickers. Anything you could think of, we got it. You know you want it. This is not a swap meet, okay? So you got to make sure if you want the good stuff for tonight, then you pay the right prices, because otherwise, if you don't, then in which case, you know, we might go ahead and give y'all some Fucci, not Gucci, but Fucci. We might go ahead. If you play with us if you want to, we going to give you some Fucci. Now, it's 25 or nothing, too. What does that mean? 25 likes? Or, you know, if we get to the second match of this episode and we still ain't there, this shit goes off. We get an early night. We get to rest. We get to do whatever we want to do with our lives beyond all of y'all's. And I said y'all's with an S. Plural. Yeah, don't end up getting some Fucci playing with us. All right? I want y'all to get the finer things in life. And the only way you can get it is showing us the love. Wait a goddamn minute. Let me shut right on up. Hold on. Hold on, Warner. Hold on. We are already at 27 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me shut my mouth. Hold up. Wait a minute. Damn. Okay. That don't mean you should stop, though.
No.
Oh,
you know what? Now what? How about this? 30.
Yeah, let's see if y'all can do 30. Let's see if y'all can do it. You know what I'm saying? Fucci is still on the table. It's still on the table if y'all fuck around with us, man. I'm going to say it one more time. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Show the necessary love to your boys here at Covalent TV because we give the love to y'all. I think that's fair. We give the love to y'all, so give it back. We want it back. And if you don't want to give it, we're taking it. That sounds kind of crazy, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Y'all willingly give us all of y'all internet holes, okay? And yes, I said internet holes. Don't judge me. All right? Hey, consent is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. Consent is a thing.
Bang, 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 bang.
I subconsciously hit the bang, bang button. That's funny. I don't know what made me. My comedic timing just kicked in right there. Like, I didn't even mean to do that. Okay. Much love to everybody in the house tonight. We know we got a job to do, though, man. That is why y'all are here. You know, otherwise y'all tell us just shut the fuck up and we gonna go watch something else. We gonna bring you beautiful people the news, whole one special, dumbass, accountable, and bring you facts, data, and statistics as we go because that is just what we do. So So let's not delay y'all any further, man. Let's go ahead and get into 10 News. Let go.
You know, Daryl, I'm really surprised. You know, every time we get on here or through social media, we get told NXT is the best thing out there. NXT this, NXT that. It's hooping, cinema, all that nonsense.
But what's your credit score, Werner?
Well, you know, it's probably better than what NXT's is right now, considering they had to stop going to the Yuling Center in Tampa because they couldn't sell tickets.
NXT, I have stolen all of your mayonnaise. now that the great mayo famine has swept through Michigan, I have moved on to Tampa, Florida. I have stolen all of your mayonnaise. You will never get none. I'm sorry, guys. I had to move it to Florida. If anybody's in Florida, you can't protect your mayonnaise. Once I get there, it's just over with. But NXT sounds like someone took your mayonnaise. Yeah. Sorry, NXT. Werner, wasn't there a talent, and I use that term loosely, wasn't there a talent that was telling Richard O'Shea, have a good time performing in front of 2,000 fans for a crackhead?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he bouncy or something?
Yeah. Oh, remember, Werner, he's so bouncy.
That's right.
I remember telling Werner, because I said people kept telling me to look out for this guy, right? I remember telling Werner the moment I heard his theme song, I was fucking done. I said the moment I heard his theme song, I was done. I said, no, there's no way. There's no way. You can't expect me to get into a wrestler where his theme song says, he's so bouncy. First of all, pause. Second of all, you're a hit in prison. Third of all, you look stupid as fuck right now. Like we said. Like every single one of us in this stream said, Truth Seekers included. We told you, Javonathan, we told you that you were going to end up looking stupid. And now, oh, would you look at that? Oops, you're getting pulled out of arenas. You're getting moved back into a warehouse. See, this is why you keep your mouth closed. This is why you don't get tricked out of your position. This is what, watching NXT, Trick got tricked out of his position by rapping. I saw that clip and I said, y'all enjoy this shit, man? NXT fans, that's what y'all like. Oh, snap. The church is already getting love, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian Carpenter came through with the 10 schmackaroos. Praise God. Said Javon Evans looks like a dumbass more and more as the days go by. And it's only going to get worse when he inevitably gets released. Not that we're wishing that. I want to make sure we put that out there. Not that we're wishing that on that young brother. But when it inevitably happens, he's going to look really, 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 really dumb. And then, Warren, I got a little tidbit of news as well. It's not really news. It's just something I wanted to just discuss. Hey, Karrion Kross, man. Why the hell are you on the Ariel Helwani show talking like you're a fucking top guy? This dude, I'm sorry. Look, Scarlett is a sweetheart. Again, I remember when she used to work at Underground Nightclub here in Chicago. She was a sweetheart. She was nothing but sweet to me. I have nothing against Scarlett. Why was Karrion Kross speaking with so much arrogance in that interview? Go
you
watch
would
it.
have thought he's a world champion.
Guys, I didn't even watch, and somebody might say, oh, you took it out of context if you only watch clips. No, these were like 6-minute long clips. No. This wasn't like 30-second clips. No, he wasn't working. No, this dude was talking. You would have sworn this dude was a perennial main eventer on the WWE roster with the way he was talking. If anybody shouldn't be talking hot shit about anything, homie, it's you. Have you seen your push? Guys, I will never point you in the direction of watching anything that Ariel Helwani produces, but if you could find a clip without giving him the click or view, if you could find the clips, the same clips that I found, or quotes, but I'd rather you see the clip so that way you could see the context of which what I'm saying. This dude was talking, you would have thought prime Kevin Nash was sitting in that damn seat. I'm like, who is he? What is he? What? I'm like, Karrion, no.
No. No.
You got to worry about if you on the cut list before you talk motherfucking anything else about anything.
Right.
And whose bright idea in WWE was it to be like, you know who we should send over to the Ariel Helwani show? Karrion
The guy
Kross.
who gets minimal TV time.
Right, company ambassador, Karrion Kross. What? WWE is punch drunk right now, ladies and gentlemen. They're punch drunk, and now it's getting to a point of where the results of them being punch drunk is starting to show, and that NXT thing is no different. Because I found it comedic. I know that may sound a little bit fucked up on the surface, but I found it comedic. Because the demand for WWE is shrinking. Somebody might say, "Oh, it's NXT." No. You don't get to downplay NXT at your convenience when it fits your narrative. That's not what we gonna do. Oh, damn, I thought I wasn't gonna have one for Dynamite. I guess I do. I guess I just walked right into it organically. That's what we not gonna do. Y'all not gonna conveniently put importance on NXT one day and then don't the next, depending on whatever the narrative is or whatever WWE tries to spin. That's just what we not gonna do.
Especially when we've seen how many commercials for spend 4 days in Tampa watching WWE.
Right. Yeah, we not doing that. I'm like, one day it's, NXT is a third brand. It's beating AEW. It's the greatest thing ever.
Cooks it in my hoop.
But then when stuff like what just happened, it's developmental. I don't know why AEW fans are using it as a dunk, because if it was AEW, you'd be using it as a dunk.
Easily.
See, they don't like when that energy is given back to them. I've spoken on this a million times, but I'll speak on it a million more until people get it through their thick-ass skulls. WWE fans do not like their energy being given back to them. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll spin it and say, see, they talk about us way more than we talk about them. No, they're returning fire. If you shoot at somebody's border long enough, guess what's going to happen? They're going to return fire.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot at a gun owner's house, guess what? They're going to return fire. I'm one of them. I'm telling you right now. That's why I say you better hope you hit me. You better hope you hit me, because if not, I am raining down a volley of fire on your ass. But yeah, no, like, y'all got to pick a struggle, dude. It's not even to a point where I get aggravated about it. It's just funny. Y'all were so radio silent about that SmackDown rating. Y'all were so radio silent about NXT getting pulled from the goddamn whatever, the Miso Soup Arena, whatever it's called. Y'all were so quiet. Y'all are so quiet. You know what y'all should do when y'all are this quiet? How about y'all go acquire a library card?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could be quiet there all day long. Go acquire a library card. Everybody in the comment section, put library card. All right? Apollo came through with 5 smackaroos on the super chat, said, great go home show. Mox the track to sound stupid. Shout out to Darby. Y'all like the video. Y'all share it too. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Light Gang is on point tonight, but we got to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
We got to keep it going. Donation Gang, keep it going. Light up the super chat. Show the necessary love in this house tonight. Share the stream with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Then you go to a vending machine and make sure it vends. All right? And when your girlfriend get in the house, tell her to bend. That's all you got to do. Life is easy. But for Malcolm, life is unfair. Oh, man. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I am talking about. But what I am not talking about, but we are going to talk about, but we don't want to talk about it. If you know what portion of the show is coming up, I ask, I plead, I even beg you to put that brang thang in the comment section. But even if you decide you are not going to, because you have a credit score of 6, that is okay. I'm going to tell no credit having ass anyway. It is time for us to hold one special dumbass accountable. It is time for drone accountability. Credit Karma.
So for context, Daryl, I don't know if you know, Collision had a little bit of a hiccup on Saturday, and they ended a little early.
Yes, in favor of Black Adam.
Ooh.
Your favorite movie, personally.
No.
You are a DC fan, sir.
No.
Yes, you are.
That's the reason why James Gunn is in it. Now we got the bestest boy in the universe.
That is the reason why you are a DC fan, is because The Rock playing Black Adam. See, your trolling won't work here. That is why I stole all of your mayonnaise.
Anyways,
go ahead.
India, my love.
What?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Okay.
1431, because we got to have the drone identifier.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Says, and I quote, "You can't spell AEW without stream cut off. Don't forget to watch Dynamite. Get
Start
cut
over.
off
No,
after 90 minutes this Wednesday."
Stop. Start over. What? Start over. One more time. Run it back. What do y'all be saying, bro? Go ahead. Run it back.
You can't spell AEW without stream cut off. Don't forget to watch Dynamite get cut off after 90 minutes this Wednesday.
Oh, there's a word, and they're so fucking stupid.
Dumbass.
Warner, they are so fucking stupid, dude. They are so dumb. Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God.
You can't spell AEW without stream cut off?
Mm-hmm.
You actually can. How do you spell off? AWF? You actually can. Oh my God, yo. Warner, I feel like if I even commented on that one, it'd be like kicking a 4-year-old. Like, I got nothing. Yeah, off. Yeah, like, off. Like, bro, that's mad funny. They don't even realize how stupid they are.
No.
That was one of those, like, defenseless, low-hanging fruit ones where it's like, if you confronted this person in real life, Warner, they probably couldn't pass a first grade spelling bee, and here you are reading their drone accountability out loud. God damn, man. Oh, man. I try to be easy on them, y'all. Sometimes I do try to, like, be like, you know what, let me hear the drone accountability out. Because there's a couple drone accountabilities every now and again that, like, you could find a little bit of sense in it, like, be it in the first part or the second part. But, like, that one, huh? All right, bro. Okay, Warner. Now that is out of the way, it's time for me to hold one special
Dumbass.
accountable. Oh, buddy. Guys, I don't like doing this. Because now I'm dabbling in low-hanging fruit. But you know what? Fuck it. It's going to be low-hanging fruit night. It is going to be sidewalk apples night. Everybody put sidewalk apples. Okay? It might take a while, but you can do it. I believe in every single one of you. If you don't believe in yourself, then I won't believe in you, and then I'll just turn around and tell you how much I hate you. It's a true story. I hate people who don't believe in themselves. Oh, buddy. Guys, as you could probably imagine, me putting out this post was going to bring out the troll-lols. I kind of expected it, but then in a way, you never can truly expect what a drone is going to say. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. For context, I asked everyone, do you think Mercedes Moné gets unfair criticism? The resounding answer to that should be what, ladies and gentlemen? What should the resounding answer to that be?
Yes.
Okay, Warner. Well. I got something for every single one of you. I have a gift. Warner, are you ready for this, sir?
Oh, here we go.
I don't want to do it, Warner. I don't want to do it, bro. I don't want to do it.
Just remember AEW. Can't spell AEW without stream cut off.
No, you can't. This narrative about Mercedes has to go. And I'm so glad the people underneath this said what I was going to say after I get through reading this drone accountability. Warner, this one is just for you because the person who said this, his screen name is @Kryptonian_dude.
Oh, shut up.
Is he the bestest boy in the universe? Fucking dickhead. All right, but Kryptonian dude had this to say. If Mercedes was willing to put people over every now and then, she wouldn't get criticism.
Dumbass.
You mean what the fuck she did her entire WWE career?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? You mean what she did her entire WWE career? Why won't y'all just come out and admit y'all hate the fact that she's in another promotion? Just say it. Just come out and say it. I watch Sasha Banks lose fucking every title defense. I was like, she gonna lose. Every title defense. After she won the belt, I'm like, she's gonna lose. And you knew who she was gonna lose to. What are you talking about? This is the most pushed she's ever been in her entire career. That narrative about Mercedes has to go.
Not only like anytime you see a match with Mercedes in AEW or New Japan, does that person that she's facing look weak afterwards?
No, she has been giving everybody their best match yet.
Exactly.
Since she hit the
is
scene.
elevating people.
And not that bullshit elevate y'all claim John Cena was doing in his prime.
Or Becky with Lyra and what's the other one?
TV time.
Oh yeah, Tiffany. Not that. I mean, my God, people.
I'm going to say this flat out. If Mercedes was doing the same stuff that she's doing in AEW right now in WWE, y'all would be licking her ass crack after a fresh dump.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. I wish y'all would be real with y'all selves. And I've also broke down the other reason why y'all don't like what she's doing. Because, again, she's a black woman that bucked the WWE machine. That shit bugs the hell out of y'all. I swear, some of the comments I see Mercedes get is so similar to the comments I see Angel Reese get. Like, it's so similar. Like, dude, y'all gotta cut it out, man. Y'all gotta stop, dude. It's so bad faith. It's so disingenuous. And the honesty factor is not there. Let me say it again. The honesty factor is not there. Y'all are not being honest with yourselves. Just say, hey, I'm a fan of WWE only. I only like Sasha Banks, and I don't like that she's not in the company anymore. Therefore, people can just move you to the side and be like, okay, chalk it up. You're a WWE fan, drone, Fed Walker, whatever. And conversations would be able to move forward without y'all. But that's not what y'all want. Y'all don't want wrestling conversations to move forward without dipping WWE in it. I've noticed that about y'all. No pro wrestling conversation, productive pro wrestling conversation can be had without y'all having to dip the WWE toe in it. Y'all ever notice that? Yay or nay in the comment section right now. Anybody else ever notice that? Anytime there's a productive pro wrestling conversation, here comes a WWE fan. Oh, it don't matter if it didn't happen in WWE. Ratings and attendance. They come out of nowhere. They come off the top rope. I just gave somebody a free podcast name, by the way. I'm going to start being a dick on this stream when it comes to like these other podcasts because they're so terrible at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Be honest. But again, y'all are not capable of being honest because that would mean the conversation would move on without you. All right. Adrian Carpenter came through with the 5 Schmackaroo Super Chat, said that's an excellent comparison. The overt racism that Mercedes and Angel gets are similar to black women bucking the system. Yeah, because she's not the great white hope, Caitlin Clark, who all that girl do is just, boy, that girl just walk up to the 3-point line and just chuck threes. I've seen her game. It's like watching a less skilled Steve Nash with a better 3-pointer. I will never be one of those people that concedes, oh, I'm so impressed by Caitlin's game. I said on the last stream, one thing I hated about the John Cena era was John Cena fans telling you, you gotta respect them. I don't gotta respect shit. That's how I feel about Caitlin Clark. Well, you gotta respect her basketball IQ. I don't have to respect anything. What has she won? Angel Reese has a national championship. You know who doesn't? Oops. They use Caitlin Clark as a beacon to fucking put out their overt racism. Like, that's all it is. She's a fucking puppet for their overt racism. And nobody had anything to say when Caitlin Clark was running around taunting people. Because she started that whole shit. Not with Angel Reese. I remember when Caitlin Clark was running around taunting motherfuckers after every big 3 she hit. But then when she ran into somebody that matched her energy, oh, this evil black woman, oh. And that's how they feel about Mercedes. How dare she leave the WWE system and not job to Charlotte Flair every time she wins a championship? Oh, the audacity. No, the caucasity. How about that? The caucasity. I need to get over yourselves. But back to my point. Let me wrap this point in a bow. If you ever want to have a productive professional wrestling conversation, make sure there's no drones and fair walkers present.
Oh, dear Lord, that's going to be hard, especially on Twitter.
I agree. Warner, I don't disagree with that. But there's ways of vetting them. Warner, come on now. I've broken down the guide on how to figure out who's a drone and a fair walker almost instantly. Have I not?
That's true.
I've given everybody the guide at this point. Go watch all of our past streams. I've given every single one of y'all the guide on how to get somebody or identify if someone is a WWE drone or fair walker. Multiple times. Dozens even. But once you figure out who they are, and once you get that going in your head real quick, and you like, oh, there they are. You know what you do? You move the conversation elsewhere. That's all. That's the only way you're going to have a productive professional wrestling conversation in 2025. Exclude every WWE drone and fair walker, and you will have a productive pro wrestling conversation. I'm willing to bet you anything. Yeah, I broke it down. Mo, I told y'all to pay attention to the shirts, pay attention to the merch, pay attention if they're walking around with a WWE replica belt on at an indie event. Like, they're very easy to identify. They're super easy to identify. It's not like drones are in witness protection. Okay? But yeah, that's the only way. I'm telling y'all that's the only way. If you don't believe me, okay, cool. You don't got to believe me. You don't got to believe me. Watch when you get rope-a-doped into a conversation with one of these people. Then you're going to be like, damn, I should have listened. I should have listened. Why didn't I get out of this conversation when I had the chance? And now you got to inform and educate them, and they not going to listen. They're not going to listen. Not unless you have like that cutting, precise knowledge like me and Werner have. Like, you have to be able to catch their talking points before they even get them out. And no offense, I don't think a lot of y'all know how to do that, because I see y'all get into arguments on the internet a lot. That ain't a diss song. It's a real song. That ain't a diss. That's just me being real. But like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang, show up, show out, get our likes up even more, get our donations up even more, get our shares up even more. Run up the emojis in the comment section and show the necessary love to your boys here at Covalent TV, because this might not be a long stream. We are only 30 minutes in, beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
We are only 30 minutes in. See, y'all be taking us for granted. See, I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. All right, let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. The show. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's time for us to light the fuse. Bring the boom. Dynamite. Show up is with Tony
Giavone.
in the ring to introduce Hangman Adam Page, and then Willith Ospreay
The third.
Then Tony
Giavone.
lays out the stakes for Double or Nothing and the Owen finals and leaves them to it. Now, me and Werner had a semi-heated debate the last time AEW had a promo of this length, and we disagreed, and I pretty much tried to convey to Werner that you can get away with doing this every now and again. And Werner was just, blah, 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 blah. No, you can't. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, bro. And it ended up paying off. So, Werner, I'm going to give you a chance before I even get into this to say if you thought this was a good promo all around, including length. Because you were wrong the last time. It did pay off. It paid off the last time.
It paid off the last time. No, I this time it worked. I thought this worked.
Okay. See, I give people a chance. I don't just write people off. I give them a chance. I gave him a chance to correct himself. Hey, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm not saying that I might agree the next time, but this time it worked.
I mean, we are not at the next time, sir. And tomorrow's not promised. Let's not deal in
That's
hypotheticals. True. Okay. All right. But I want to talk about line for line in this promo. But again, I always say about promos like this, I would be doing the promo a disservice if I was just like, Hangman said this, then Will said that, then Hangman said this, then Will said that, then Hangman said this, then Will said that. I want everybody to go watch this promo, but I will give a synopsis and I will give my conclusion. They had a chance to sell you on how important this match was to them in kayfabe. They had a chance to sell you on who they were as men. They had a chance to sell you on why this match is happening. Now, some people might say, why it's happening? They won through a tournament. No. Well, the content that was delivered in this promo was speaking about the hunger that led to this match even happening, led to them winning all of their matches. This promo did such an excellent job of showcasing, selling, and concluding. Showcasing that Hangman is an excellent mic worker now. Will Ospreay can hold his own on the microphone now. Okay? Selling the match at the pay-per-view. Simple as that. That's what the professional wrestling business used to be before WWE had a monopoly. Selling the pay-per-view. If you don't want to see the match these two gentlemen are going to have at the pay-per-view after this promo, I question if you have a pulse about professional wrestling, WWE fans.
Yeah.
And concluded. They had to have a promo of this length to conclude going into this match. They had to. This was a sink or swim. Despite what everybody might think, they might think, oh, Will Ospreay is a made man and Hangman's a made man. In a sense, they are. In a sense, they are. But to all of the crowds that are watching AEW television, anybody that's new that might be watching AEW television, they had to sell them to sell this match. So in order to sell the match, again, they had to sell them. And they did a phenomenal job of selling themselves. So much so that, the promo felt like a match. You came away from the promo like, damn. If a promo can make you feel like you just watched a 5-star match, it was a good promo. Matter of fact, I'll go a step further. It was a great promo. Go ahead.
And you really honestly haven't seen that since Austin Rock.
Yeah, WWE does not do this. What Hangman and Will Ospreay did in this promo, WWE, I don't even think they can do anymore. I'll flat out say it. I'll just be straightforward. I don't think they're capable of doing this. They're too stuck in their format, in their way, in their scripting, and that you would never see a promo like this. And if you do, it'd be once in every blue moon. And when I say blue moon, I mean once in every damn blue moon. So I got to give credit to the both of these guys. It was a little detail at the beginning of this promo that I absolutely loved. I adored it even. Will Ospreay kicking off with the pleasantries of a beer and that hesitation that Hangman had, the trust issues he had, Will Ospreay playing into Hangman's trust issues and getting into his head with kindness. I bet that went over some of y'all's heads.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed that part.
And that was the beginning of the promo. That was just the beginning of the promo. That was the front end of the promo. You will not see that in WWE. You won't. You will not. I don't care how many tickets they sell. I don't care about ratings. I care about if I'm entertained or not and what I'm looking at on the television. WWE cannot do that. Not in 2025, they can't. Werner gave an excellent point. The last time you really even saw that was Rock Austin.
Yeah.
And some people might argue like Jericho, Shawn, but even if I grant you that, how long ago was that? Comments, True Seekers. How long ago was that?
20 plus years.
No, Jericho, Shawn. No, that wasn't 20 years ago. I'm talking about the feud where Shawn's wife got involved and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the like the slightly pre-PG era Shawn Jericho feud.
Right.
And even then, you talking about over a decade old. Yeah, 2008, right. You talking about over a decade old. So what are we doing here? But no, I thought this delivered in every which way it possibly could. And again, I just told y'all my favorite part of the promo. Go watch this promo. But my favorite part of that promo was, again, Will Ospreay preying on Hangman's trust issues with kindness. Getting into his head with kindness and humility and hunger. Now, there was a lot of good tidbits to take out of this promo. It was. But shit, how can I go against what started it off? Well, Warner, give your thoughts on this promo, man, and let's move on.
No, I agree with you. The beginning part with that psychology in the promo of using the beer was phenomenal. I did love later in the promo the want versus need.
Yeah.
The contrast between Will Ospreay's want and Hangman's need. I thought that was phenomenal. I thought that was fucking phenomenal.
Even the way he delivered it.
Right. The delivery on this was great. I am so happy that Hangman's been working on his promos. I'm so happy that Will has been working on his promos. And this was a masterclass that a lot of young wrestlers should be looking at and going, okay, I'll take notes here, here, and here.
And I got one last little detail I want to add to what I liked about this promo. The crowd was not trying to give them this promo. If you listen, there were a couple people heckling. It was one dude at the beginning when Will grabbed the beer and he screamed out, "You're wasting TV time." It was probably some fucking Fed Walker.
This felt like a very, very Fed Walker-ish crowd.
But like the crowd didn't want to give them this promo. But by the end of it, they took it. They took it. And again, that's what professional wrestling used to be. Talented motherfuckers going out there and taking what they deserve. It was competitive. Everybody wanted a bigger pop than the other person. Everybody wanted the best match on the card. And you know who killed that in professional wrestling? WWE. I don't care who you are. I'm old enough to know this.
Mm-hmm.
That's who killed it. And it's just now coming back. And it's not coming back in WWE. It took for another promotion to come along.
And WWE is still refusing to do it.
Which I think a lot of people knew it was going to take another promotion, but trust me when I say if you were sitting there watching WWE in 2009, you felt hopeless. You felt like that promotion was never coming. You felt like that promotion was never coming. After every Cena wins, LOL, you like, man, if only a promotion could rise up.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, you felt like it was never coming. Then TNA bungled themselves.
Multiple times.
You wanted to have faith that somebody could just step up and bitch smack WWE into being good again. But here's the problem. And this is where I'm going to speak to WWE fans. Here's the problem. AEW came along, right? And WWE still hasn't improved their product. AEW has come along and WWE still has not improved their product. Why are you still there? Don't you want promos like this? Don't you want your product to just even at bare minimum to be watchable? Because every time I see stuff like this, I feel like I'm eating good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, dude, I get excited about doing AEW streams because I'm like, it's going to be watchable. Bare minimum, it's going to be watchable. I can't say the same about WWE. But yet one gets the criticism that the other should be receiving. And y'all be whistling howdy damn doody, shitting on a company that's actually giving their fans what they want. I'm sorry for your Stockholm syndrome, but I'm enjoying what I'm watching.
Me too.
And you should try to find something that you can actually enjoy instead of pretending like you enjoy it because it's the thing to do. Let's move on. All right. Pardon me, guys. Jon Moxley appears outside on the Tron stretching his neck before walking into the arena with Marina Shafir in tow. Try and say that 7 times fast with a fine ass. Yeah, she fine in a month.
She looked good.
And you know what's so crazy about Marina Shafir? She looked that damn bad with minimal makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the sign of a real fine ass woman. I always say that. Even my mom taught me that. Daryl, if you want to know if a woman is really fine, see her without makeup. See her fresh out the shower. And Marina Shafir is fine. That is a beautiful fucking woman. All right. But he says tensions are rising and the spoils will go to those who embrace the anarchy and makes his way to the arena and his entrance. And we would get Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks going to get Swerve Strickland and 2/3 of the ops, Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. This match would be a mini cheat code. Swerve had a little slippity dip in this matchup, but I mean, let's be honest. He caught himself real fast. You know why? Because in AEW, they don't make people play to the hard cam style so you could clean up your mistakes in the ring very quickly. See, if that was WWE and Swerve slipped, Swerve would have had to roll outside the ring and heel it up and look at the camera.
For 5 minutes.
See, but no, in AEW, you make a little slip in the ring, you catch it, you get it back. Crowd is still into it. Now, the crowd was surprisingly hot for this match. They were super hot for this match. And rightfully so, because it was a mini cheat code. The Young Bucks are performing top notch right now. Swerve did pretty good in this match. Moxley did his damn thing. He held his own, you know. Samoa Joe did his thing. Will Hobbs was working like a fucking machine tonight. So
Yes,
yeah,
he
mini
was.
cheat code. Swerve and the Ops won by pinfall with a victory roll from Swerve on Matt Jackson. Give your thoughts on the match, sir.
You know what I liked about this match? They gave it time.
Absolutely.
You know, I think a lot of times when we see matches like this, it's just not enough time. And the fact that we got a match, a 6-man that could breathe,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was phenomenal. I thought, you know, the Bucks were working really good. Swerve really was working phenomenal. I have no complaints. This was just a good match all around.
And real quick, prayers to you, Charmaine. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear your fiance's nephew passed away to cancer. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry to hear that. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, dude, AEW, pardon me. I was going to save this for the end, but I have to say it. Do I think this was AEW's best show in like the past few months? No, I don't. But again, at bare minimum, you're getting, I think, can I be honest? I think in 2025, the worst show I've seen from AEW was above average watchable.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I have to put like a little label next to it, the worst AEW Dynamite I've seen this year was above average watchable. And trust me, Dynamite has had some duds and we've called it out. We've been like, this show was a fucking dud. Mostly shows in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yeah, Michael, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't think I've given like a Dynamite under a 5 in a long time.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time.
And do you know why? Do you know why? They haven't given us a reason to. Oops. Uh-oh. See how that works? They haven't given us a reason to. See? It's not that difficult, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that difficult. If you book a cohesive, competent show, we'll praise it. We don't care who you are. TNA, AEW, CML, we don't care. MLW, we don't give a shit. You book a competent show, and if we're reviewing it, we'll be fair. Yeah, they definitely played it safe for the Max debut. I agree. Fight for the Fallen was That's what I'm saying. Above average watchable. Like, it was still a watchable show, but it definitely felt like they were playing it safe. I agree. Moving on. Post-match, Claudio and Willie U to hit the ring to beat Joe up, and then Ciabatta Bread evens the odds for the Ops. Then Willow
He's so fucking adorable.
comes down to take Marina Shafir out with a pounce. They brawl on the floor, and Kenneth Omega, the third, comes rushing down. Dragon suplexes Yuta and Claudio both. Catch a kick for Matthew. Dragon suplex for him too. V-trigger connects. Kitty calls for it, but Swerve tells him to wait, and he gets a table out. Not a table, but a table.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Samoa Joe set it up. Omega throws Matthew out to the apron, electric chair, but Claudio pulls Matthew off him bodily to make the save. Then Joe gets on the mic and basically says, no, we going to have some anarchy in the arena tonight. We going to catch y'all motherfuckers later. We going to beat your ass in Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Hurt Syndicate interview backstage about the addition of a fourth member. And MJF is wearing a middle of the mall suit. This motherfucker was wearing a Belvedere blue suit. This motherfucker was wearing a goddamn Mississippi pimp suit. It was bad. It was all bad. But yes, it was just lawyers exchanging pleasantries and making it official and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to fly through this next portion of it. MJF is a part of the Hurt Syndicate. Sons of Texas come out there and cut a very awkward promo. I'm not going to lie. It was super awkward.
Yeah.
Dustin is a good mic worker. Don't get me wrong. He was trying to save this. But in a Fed Walker-ish crowd where they're not going to give you much, you got to earn it. Like, you got to really grab it. I don't know if I would have did this segment in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I probably would have pivoted and did something different, Tony. I'm not going to lie. I probably would have pivoted and did something completely different. I don't know. I just think that this didn't come off the way Tony Khan thought it was going to. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes segments just don't hit the way you expect them to hit, and this was one of them. Yeah, I would have had them brawl. Yeah, I would have did something else.
Yeah.
I would have built up like the chaos aspect of tonight's show because there was a lot of chaos in tonight's show. So I would have had this segment be a little more chaotic. But you should know anything involving MJF is not going to really be chaotic. It's going to be it's going to be a lot of talking. You know what I mean?
Because that's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
And Tony won't force him to work.
Yeah, they put 100 on 10 here. I wasn't a big fan of this. I'm going to be honest. I was not a big fan of this, but Werner, give your thoughts.
It's there. Kind of was hoping for Cedric and just to end this all, because who really wants this? Who is really asking for MJF to be in the Hurt Syndicate?
Yeah, and it feels like one of those MJF pause if necessary, blow off angles that he always does that just leads to an inevitable re-heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
MJF has had the most heel turns without turning face I've ever seen.
Exactly.
He has had the most heel turns without turning face I think I have ever seen.
You know, he's probably going to surpass Big Show.
No, Werner, you missed my point. He's never turned face, but yet he keeps turning heel. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Why do they keep doing these like mini side quest heel turn angles? He's already a heel.
But he's not heel enough for me.
We know he's going to turn on the Hurt Syndicate. We know this.
Oh, that's a good point. Mo Dunn said fence rider to heel.
Like, there's no, Tony, there's never going to be any like pause or gasp of MJF doing something heelish, because guess what? When has he ever not been one? Like, even when they tried to do like that semi-babyface shit with Adam Cole, which it was awful, by the way, fucking god-awful. That was the worst time in AEW history. 2023.
Yeah.
Even then, and funny enough, even then, the product was still watchable. And the pay-per-views were still really good. But like, to finish off my point, Tony, we get it. MJF is a heel. We see through these angles at this point. We've seen it with the Pinnacle. We've seen it with the Jericho Appreciation Society. We've seen it with everything at this point. Put him in programs, singles programs where he wrestles. That's what fans are asking you for. Put him in singles programs where he actually wrestles. Stop the faction programs with MJF. Enough. They not hitting like you think they hitting, homie. Cut that shit out. Anything else you want to say on this before I move on, man?
No, let's just move, because this is nothing in the long run.
But remember, Werner, we don't criticize AEW.
No, we never do.
No, we don't criticize AEW at all. No. Yeah, that probably was the only silver lining, was MVP calling out the Fed Walker crowd during the segment.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the only highlight. Other than that, it was your run-of-the-mill MJF segment. Too much talking, too much like time wasting. It just wasn't hitting. If anybody should have been chanting "you're wasting TV time" during a segment, it should have been this one. Respectfully. All right. Okada is interviewed backstage and asks if he has an official response to Speedball Mike Bailey. He says he does. Renee prompts him to share what that is, and he says, as AEW Continental Champion, he gets to call the shots, and Speedball doesn't get to call him out. He calls Speedball out, and he'll show him why he's the Continental Champion. Renee points out that Speedball is undefeated, and Okada says there's a first time for everything. And he doesn't drop his trademark bitch. What did he say? That shit had me laughing out loud, bruh. What did he say, y'all?
He doubled down.
No, but what did he say? What was the last words he said again? Y'all, somebody help me.
Trust me.
Huh?
He said, trust me.
That shit was hilarious. His lips fixed to say bitch, and then he said, trust me.
Trust me. Yeah.
Homie, I lost it. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but it was. Good for you, Okada. Good for you, man. That's all I got to say. And I guess are they going to face each other at Double or Nothing? Was that announced?
I do have it up for investment ratings. So they are fighting.
Let's do investment ratings tonight, actually. Oh, and by the way, y'all, again, when it comes to spending any extra time on something that we normally don't carve out time for, y'all got to put up that paper. So people that might be like, oh, I want a collision stream tomorrow. Man, it got to be worth our while. Straight up. I'm just keeping it a buck. All right? Because, boy, I can't tell y'all how many times we done been begged to do stuff. We did it, and ain't nobody show up. We are not doing that no more.
The last time we did the collision thing, no one showed up.
That's a cap, though. That's a cap. That actually did some really good numbers.
Did it?
Yes. That's a cap. You even said the next day, oh, that's doing better than I thought it would. Man,
Playback gang, yeah.
Let's not lie, sir. Watches are watches, sir. All right. But, yes. There's been times where we've been begged to do stuff, and we do it out of the love of the game. And then the same people that were begging for it don't show up. So, yeah, yesterday's price is not today's price. Sorry. Oops. If that comes off snarky, if that comes off a bit arrogant, if that comes off money hungry, which, again, I don't need it. Y'all have seen me. Never mind. But, it's not even that. It's the principle of the matter. Don't beg for something and then don't show up. Simple as that. Okay? Much love. Appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all. Y'all know that, but not doing that no more. No. So make it worth our while. Put that paper up. All right? Let's keep it rolling. Matter of fact, hold on. How much we got left? Because, motherfucker, it is your time to shine, goddammit. So next up, we got Anthony Bowens versus Richard O'Shea. Go ahead, sir.
I thought this was a cheat code. I thought this was pretty good. Bowens really showed out. Ricochet showed out. It was a good match.
Crowd didn't want to give it to him, though.
I
noticed that the whole night, bro. Everybody had to take their reactions, dude. Everybody.
Where's my Jey Uso yeet time?
Dude, everybody had to take what they wanted. That crowd was not giving them nothing. Now, somebody might say, don't you need a crowd like that every time to step not every time, but every other time to step your game up? Yeah, but if a crowd is just not reacting to anything and you have to grab every little thing on the show, it becomes monotonous. It actually makes the wrestlers not want to try. Does that make sense? Like if the wrestlers are like coming backstage, which wrestlers do? They coming backstage. Let's say you were in the first segment. They're going to be like, yo, that crowd is giving nothing tonight. All the other wrestlers are going to be like, okay, cool. Then this really cool spot I had playing, I guess I'm not going to do. I don't even think y'all know that. I think I just dropped some information on y'all I don't think y'all knew. Yeah, wrestlers come back there and be like, yeah, if you were going to do that high spot you were planning on doing, don't even do it. That crowd ain't even worthy of it. Don't even do it. Take it out. Do a rest hold or something. It actually motivates wrestlers when they get a hot crowd. So, yeah, this Fed Walker, middle of the pack crowd, whatever they were, it was weird. Everybody had to take their reactions. Everyone. But go ahead, Warner.
Billy Gunn went to go grab Ricochet when Paul Turner cut him off. The distraction allowed Ricochet to grab his gold scissors under the turnbuckle pad, stab Bowens in the forehead, and hit the spear gun to steal the pin.
Skeezers. He used his skeezers. That's right.
Post-match, Ricochet ran down the crowd on the aisle, telling them that they all suck.
Skeezers.
Not realizing Mark Briscoe was standing behind him with a stretcher.
Jews. Go ahead, man.
Briscoe fired off punches and loaded Ricochet onto the stretcher. going up top, wanted a froggy bow, but Ricochet bailed, crawling to the back.
Cool. Let's keep it going.
Stokely Hathaway is backstage with FTR, saying they could sign their contract for Double or Nothing right now, or they could do something special. As they look to Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness in the aisle before signing. Hathaway said that they could even bring along a bitch-ass Daddy Magic to see McGuinness sign the contract for the last match of his career on Collision.
Bro, no part of me wants to see this match.
None.
It's a waste of an FTR match. It's a waste of a Nigel McGuinness match.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that leave?
Who
does that leave? I have no interest in seeing Daniel Garcia perform in a wrestling ring. He just takes the juice out of anything he's involved in. Like, I want to be excited about this. I want to. But then I look at the card and I just see Daniel Garcia's dumbass face right there. And I'm like, fuck.
This is probably going to be the cooldown match.
And Warner,
this has to be the cooldown match.
Oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Homie, I'm going to go get me a drink. I swear, mark my words. Guys, I'm a man of my word. If y'all want me to record it, I will record it. I'm going to go get me a drink. Not a drink, motherfucker. A drink. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. That's the only way Tony Khan will get it through his head that don't nobody want to see no fucking Daniel Garcia. Stop. Tony, for the love of God. You're wasting a Nigel McGuinness match on trying to get Daniel Garcia over. When there's so much more deserving people that could be in that spot and would actually do that spot justice.
Mm-hmm.
And I dare one of you stupid motherfuckers to be like hell, are you serious? What, damn near the whole roster?
Yeah.
Hell, I would have rather seen Chris Statlander in that damn spot than Daniel Garcia. And I'm serious. And the crazy part is I'm fucking serious. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, that would have, you know what? She would probably put on a way better match.
Bro. He gonna do that boring ass superplex he does. He's gonna do that boring ass chain wrestling he does.
Mm-hmm.
And FTR and Nigel are gonna have to carry his bum ass.
I think, and again, I'm not wishing this. I'm not hoping for this or anything like that. But I gotta believe he's booking him like this because his favorite is out right now, and we're gonna have to wait until he gets injured. So then when we don't have to see him get booked like this.
Bro, that's literally what it took for him to stop booking Orange Cassidy in main events.
I know.
In openers of every show.
Right.
That's what it took. And I told y'all that was what it was going to take. And again, I wasn't wishing for it.
No.
But I told y'all that was what it was going to take. And I even went as far as to say Tony is going to burn him out and he's going to get hurt. I said that. That's what it was going to take. And that's what it's going to take with Daniel Garcia. Dude, let it go. Let him go. I repeat, when everybody was rumoring him and speculating him to NXT, I'm like, please take him. Take him. Please.
Take him.
Take him. Please. For the love of God, take him. Adrian Carpenter came through a five-smack route, said AEW needs to stop going to these Fairwalker cities. Albuquerque wasn't it. Yeah, man, but like, the weird part of it was, I don't know if it was like a full Fairwalker crowd, because again, it was like everybody had to grab their reaction.
I wonder if was their first time in Albuquerque.
That's a good question. I don't know.
You know, that's like a lot of these times when we get these Fred Walker crowds is like, is this the first time?
Yeah. You know what? Catherine said something I agree with wholeheartedly. Catherine said Tony Khan will go to his grave trying to get Garcia over.
Yeah.
Like that's how it's starting to feel at this point. You're wasting a Nigel McGuinness match to try to get Daniel Garcia over. How many matches does Nigel McGuinness probably have left? What, like 2, 3, maybe?
Yeah.
And you're wasting one on trying to get over a dude that's built like damn Squidward. Give me a fucking knife. Let's keep it going, man.
Up next, we have the Mercedes Moné Jamie Hayter face-to-face.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was pretty good. The back and forth. Renee asked Mercedes if she's worried about Hayter. Will be her first woman to defeat her in singles action in AEW. Monet calls herself a revolution, the Beyonce of women's wrestling, looking straight through Hayter like a glass doll that she is. Monet always gets what she wants, and what she wants is going to All In Texas to become the AEW Women's World Champion. 25.
Real quick, let me tell you what I liked about this promo more than anything. There was no cattiness in this promo.
None.
0. WWE, none. 0. 0. See, it's possible. It's very possible. Something that WWE makes it look like it's not possible, AEW makes it possible, and they still get shat on. There was 0 cattiness in this promo. 2 competitors trying to get the verbal one up on each other ahead of their match.
And it didn't need to be catty at all.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Jamie bringing up Mercedes losing a belt. Like, dude,
yes.
It was like watching. Have y'all ever seen, because I'm not sure how into boxing y'all are, but have y'all ever seen like a boxing press conference? Like those can get outlandish and chaotic and all that old stuff. But for the most part, boxing press conferences are 2 motherfuckers talking shit to each other about how they gonna beat each other's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And in what round they gonna knock each other out. That's what this came off like. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. Don't let the bad faith grifters, the compromised media podcasters, don't let them tell you anything otherwise. This did exactly what it was supposed to do. Did it supersede what it was supposed to do? No. Did it underwhelm what it was supposed to do? No.
No.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do. See, now the first segment went above and beyond. This one did exactly what it was supposed to do. It wasn't too much. It wasn't 100 on 10.
You know, I felt like this one was a little bit more surgical.
Right. Not everything has to put 100 on damn 10. Not everything has to have 5 run-ins or 3 interferences. This is how you build to a match at a pay-per-view. I swear they make this shit look easy, dog. They make this shit look so easy.
Mm-hmm. But WWE continues to refuse.
And then y'all continue to let them get away with it. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Y'all continue to let them get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it was a good promo between these 2 ladies. And both of them, yes, they did look good. But let's keep it going, sir.
Alrighty, up next we have Timeless Tony Storm. Her music hit after Jamie Hayter hit a haterade on Mercedes. Prancing around, making her way to the commentary desk for the main event of Mina Shirakawa versus Julia Hart, to which Timeless Tony Storm couldn't stop mentioning about her package.
Homie.
I
Look, Mina Shirakawa and Julia Hart had some of the most unexpected chemistry.
Yes, no. I was going to get to this. I thought this really surprised.
Yeah.
And I think this is a mini cheat code of a match. And you know what? Props to Julia for doing the Undertaker rope walk, the old school. I mean, it was a little
shaky,
wobbly.
baby. It was shaky, baby.
It was a little shaky, but you know what? Shouts out for her trying. Hopefully she keeps at it and she gets better at it to where she can keep doing it.
But by this point of the show, I think the crowd had given up on, well, at least the Fed Walker portion of the crowd had given up on, oh, well, we're going to make them earn it. We're not just going to cheer for it. We're going to be really quiet and then we're going to heckle. I think by this point of the show, they gave up. They realized that they were watching a good show and they were just like, you know what? Let's give it to them. And you want to know how I knew that the Fed Walkers in that arena gave up? Because what chant would break out? There it is. There it is. The moment I heard that, I said, oh, they gave up. I said, oh, they gave up. They couldn't deny it anymore. They gave up.
1 hour and 40 minutes in.
Yep. Because they were being assholes the whole show, and by the time it got to the main event, they were just like, man, we can't hold it back anymore. It's actually good. And that's how I wish most Fed Walkers and drones would go about their business. Like, just admit when something else is good that's not WWE. Just give it a try. You'll feel better.
It won't hurt you.
I promise it won't. Just give it a try. Give it the old college try. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's keep it rolling, sir.
All righty. Mina Shirakawa managed to get a seatbelt cradle pin and got the flash win. Post-match, Shirakawa signaled to Storm for her title. When Hart attacked from behind, Shirakawa fought back and applied the figure four until Sky Booty showed up and hit the ring to say, oh, buddy. To save Hart. Blue beat down Shirakawa until Storm left the commentary and dropped Blue with a snap German suplex. Hart ate back fist from Storm and Mina Shirakawa, who grabbed the women's title and held it up before both had a tug of war over it. Storm tried a boot, but Shirakawa hit a dragon. Her dragon screw is really crisp.
Yeah, no, it looks nasty.
That looks really crisp.
A boot.
Shirakawa followed with a figure four around the ring post as Storm screamed in pain before being pulled off by referees. Shirakawa made her way to the back, high-fiving fans as Luther carried Storm.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to give tonight's Go Home Dynamite. Wait. Oh, I forgot we had that last portion. I forgot. Yeah. My fault. That's my bad. Go ahead.
Renee Paquette tries to reach the Young Bucks backstage for comment, but they bail for a flight to catch. As Matthew said, Samoa Joe was a pathological liar.
Wait, let me read Apollo's super chat. Five Schmackaroo said they're like Squidward eating a Krabby Patty for the first time. Oh, bro, that is an excellent reference right there. That is excellent. That is fucking hilarious. That entire episode is funny. You do like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? Yeah, that's what it was like. They gave up. By the time it got to that point of the show, they gave up. They were like, man, we can only withhold pretending this shit is not good for so long. But go ahead, Warner.
Joe is a pathological liar who said they'd attack them right before the night was over, but they were out of there. Right on cue, the Ops showed up with trash cans and took them out. Took out the Bucks as it's everyone involved in Anarchy in the arena, appearing one after the other with weapons as everyone brawls on the stage out to the ringside area. Omega was choking Nicholas Jackson out with a chain as Shibata teed off on Yuta, who had a trash can trapped over his head. The Bucks regained control over Omega and hit an EVP trigger. while on the outside, Hobbs no sold Castagnoli's chair shot. Omega avoided a Meltzer driver back inside, leaving Omega and Strickland in the ring with the Bucks, hitting a dueling house call V-trigger. Mox and Shafir are choking out Joe and Strickland respectively, but the tables got turned. Joe was choking out Moxley until the mercenary Gabe Kidd hit Joe from behind with a briefcase. Kidd attacked Omega and Strickland in the ring as the Bucks and Yuta set them up on tables ringside with a stereo elbow splash. Yuta chokes out Prince Nana with a kendo stick as the Death Riders and the Young Bucks stand tall at the end of the show.
Great way to sell a match. Again, this tonight was like Tony Khan was the auctioneer and he was selling his product. That's what it was. It really felt that way. Now, there was some stuff on the show I didn't fucking like, but yes. Oh, and by the way, Mina Shirakawa having her old theme. I'm not gonna lie. I chuckled a little bit because I'm like, damn, man, whoever made that song they utilized all that studio time and put in all that work, and just for the crowd to reject it so bad that it was changed in the same night. I feel so bad for whoever made that. I think they said the same person that made Mercedes theme song made that one. So, but yeah. I look, Mina, do whatever you like, do whatever makes you happy because you are adorable.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, you could come out to a bouncing sound. You could come out to Auga over and over, and guess what?
Yes,
we still love you. All right. If you come out to Auga, I might laugh at you, but still love you nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's do it. Okay. Tonight's show was an 8.2 for me. 8.2. It was a lot of glaring holes in this show. But just when you think an entire show is going to be Swiss cheese with AEW, there's like 3 or 4 things on the show that just deliver at a very high level. You understand? So that's because honestly, if those 3 or 4 things that I'm thinking of weren't on this show, this probably would have been my first below 5 Dynamite this year. Yeah. But yeah, no, Tony Khan finds a way, bro. It's like that gritty team that just finds a way to win games ugly. And this was one of those nights where they won a game ugly. I'm going to keep it a buck, man. Moment of the night, easy money for me, man. That opening promo. It had layers. That's what I think I liked about it the most. It had layers. Go ahead.
You know, you mentioned that they won, ugly. They won ugly in a very hostile environment tonight. Which you know what? I would love to see WWE get that kind of crowd.
Yeah. Lakers in the Boston Garden type of crowd.
Yeah, Lakers in the Boston or Indiana in Chicago in the 90s. You know? Ooh. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go 8-5. It's
bruh.
The bad was really bad, and we all know what the bad was. But moment of the night, how can you not give it to Will and Hangman? They delivered a just promo of the year performance, and I'm sure it won't get recognized by the award people at the end of the year or early next year.
No, they're probably gonna give it to some forced conviction Jey Uso promo
or Punk.
Yeah. So there you have it. Let me read a couple, and then we're gonna get into investment ratings, and then I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here, and so is Werner. All right. Xavier came through with the 8 out of 10. Said moment of the night, Anarchy in the Arena Brawl. See, we got hour 12 minutes, 36 seconds SmackDown. Wrestling on SmackDown, 49 minutes, 28 seconds on Raw. A lot of good. Catherine gave it a 7. Said moment, chaos. That's mad low. Ron said 8 out of 10. Solid go home show. There's some 1-2 stickers here and there, but still watchable. Moment of the night, Ospreay Hangman promo. Then I see 8. Okay, all right. And you only get one moment of the night. So if you putting like a whole bunch of shit in here that you had as a moment, dude, no. You get one.
No.
You get one. Everybody gets one. All right. See what we got. That PWI equals Fed Walkers. No, I would say based off of this year's, I would just say they're drones.
Yeah.
I would go as far as to say they're drones. Yeah, no. That 8.2, Ospreay clown to Triple H did it for me. Yeah, he did do the little water spit with the beer. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Even though he says he doesn't have anything against Triple H, I do think he doesn't like him though.
Mm-hmm. I think after that grind comment.
Yeah, because like Triple H is like the anti-wrestler. He's the dude that made it through everything but his wrestling. See what I'm saying? Like, I think it's deeper than the comment of like, you know, running away from the grind. Like, I think Will Ospreay looks at Triple H and kind of goes, "Hey, bro, like you not me. You wouldn't have been on my level in your prime, but yet you talk like you're so fucking high and mighty." That's what I think it is. Like, I think Will Ospreay looks at Triple H and goes, like, "Dude, I'm better than you. I'm better than you ever were."
So I like that analogy. And that, for me, that means MJF is this generation's Triple H.
Well, he has to. If
I mean,
Tony
he has to work more.
No, if Tony Khan gets a daughter that is of age, then in which case, then he'll be that. But
he might
yes,
marry Tony Khan for all we know.
at this rate, yeah. But no, I that's what I think it is with Will Ospreay about Triple H. Just like, dude, where do you get off?
Yeah.
Like you weren't even like all that great. It was who you hung around with and who you was fucking. Like you weren't all that great. Like, dude, I'm better than you. And I feel him because he is. He's better than Triple H ever was in that ring. If you feel a type of way about it, have the nuts to come into our stream and say it.
Or give us examples.
Right. Please show me one Triple H match that matches any Will Ospreay match ever. Matter of fact, I'll get any Will Ospreay match in the last year. How about that? But go ahead, Warner.
All righty, so we got investment ratings in no particular order. Number 1, we have Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné in the Owen final for the women.
I'm going 8.
I'm actually going 10.
Yeah, I'm going 8.
I'm actually gonna go 10. I think this is gonna. I think Mercedes is gonna just go ham and be like, "Look, motherfuckers, I got it."
It's a litmus test match for Jamie, not for Mercedes. That's why I say 8.
Okay.
Jamie has to step up. And I want to see if Jamie can step up. So I guess caveat, if Jamie steps up, 10.
Mm-hmm.
She's either gonna, you know, fall underneath the moment, or she's gonna have one of the best matches she's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 8.
All right, up next we got the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MVIP versus the Sons of Texas.
3.
Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
I don't even care for you to finish it. 3.
Okay. I'm at a 0 because this is just
like, I think the wrestling is gonna be all right enough, but like I can't think of anything else that would make me invest in that. So that's why I went 3. I think the wrestling is gonna be all right though.
I just hope Dustin doesn't do a Code Red or a Canadian Destroyer.
You've been saying that since year 1, and he ain't got hurt
Yeah,
yet.
but he gets very close. He gets very close.
Warren is that dude to count bitches he almost fucked. I almost stuck my fingers in there one time. Talk about something else. You could though, but it hasn't. Like, what you want, bro? But go ahead.
All righty, up next we got Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's World Championship.
I got a caveat for this one. 2, actually. By the match, let me do the match by itself first. Match by itself, I'm at a 7. Match by itself, I'm at a 7. Caveat. If some way, somehow, Mariah May gets involved in this match, 10. 10. 10. Another caveat. If Thekla finds some way to get involved in this match, 9. If both find some way to get involved with this, 10. So I guess I had 3. If both find some way to get involved with this, 10. But I don't think both is going to happen. I think it would be one or the other. And this also is going to be the moment that basically lets everyone know if Mariah May signed on the dotted line with either AEW or WWE. So if we don't see anything with Mariah May in this matchup, that means Mariah May's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know this is not going to happen. Like, I know. But like, if Mariah comes out, Serena doesn't win. Like, what if she goes into All In Texas as champ? I mean, I don't know. I think that's a possibility with Mariah May. I'm gonna give this an 8.5. Caveat: if Mariah shows up, then it's a 10. If both Mariah and Thekla show up, it's a 10. If it's just Thekla, 9.5.
Cool. Let's move on.
Alrighty, up next we got FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
I'm being so generous right now. I'm giving it a 2 because I think Nigel McGuinness. Okay, I got a caveat. If Nigel McGuinness does the heavy lifting in this matchup, it'll probably be a 3. So I'm going up 1. But like, if Nigel McGuinness does the heavy lifting in this matchup, 3. But like, if he doesn't, and it's all about trying to get Daniel Garcia to look like some fierce competitor, I don't even want to say. Matter of fact, I'll take it back. I don't even want to say 2. I'm gonna go 0. If this is all one big ploy to get Daniel Garcia over in the match, 0. And if and if Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness beat FTR, gigantic 0. Arizona size 0. 0.
Yeah.
0.
Big time.
0.
Big
I will
time.
come on the review and tear that shit apart. 0.
You know, it's sad when you have to say if Daniel Garcia or if Nigel McGuinness does the heavy lifting. That's sad.
That's very sad.
I'm going to be generous and give this just a flat 1 just because of FTR and Nigel. But I have 0 expectations for this match. And I believe this is another ploy to get Daniel Garcia over. And the crowd is going to be like, when's the next match? Is there candy?
Where's
Popcorn?
the beer guy?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You know, that's what this match is. Alrighty, up next, we got Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match.
You know what? I'm going to go. You know what? I'm about to make AEW prove it with this pay-per-view because this is not one of AEW's strongest cards. I'm going to go 6. They got to prove it.
Yeah.
This feels like a prove it card to me.
Yeah.
And AEW has had plenty of cards like this before where me and Werner have been like, this card ain't all that strong. They got to really kill it. And they do. So,
All Out last year was a perfect example.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going 6. They gotta earn that 10.
You know, I don't want to give it a 10, but like, you know, every time I just like think Mark Briscoe's gonna, you know, just wet the bed. He just goes out there and shows out. You know what? I'll give it a 6.5. I'm so, I almost want to give it a 7, but like, I don't know. All right, up next, Anarchy in the Arena. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus Claudio Castagnoli, Jon Moxley, Marina Shafir, Wheeler Yuta, and Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
I'm going to make them earn it. There is no Darby Allin to do over-the-top, outlandish, crazy shit this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make them earn it. I'm giving this a 7. I'm going to make them earn it. Because this, I'm going to be honest, this is not one of AEW's best pay-per-view cards. It's not.
No, it's not. No. I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to split the difference and give it a 5. Although I do think Willow and Marina are going to go ham.
We'll see. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I got to say,
we'll see.
My God, here go YouTube taking our likes again. God damn it.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, no, that's where I'm at, bro.
All righty, up next, we got Okada. Trust me. Trust me.
That's it. That's all you got to do is trust him.
Yeah, that's all you got to trust him. Versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the Continental Championship.
If it's given more than 10 minutes, 9. That's my caveat. If not, I'm going to go 7.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm completely with you on that one. All righty. Last but not least, Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay in the Owen final.
10. Are you kidding me?
I don't know how you don't give this a 10. I really don't. Because this is like a first-time matchup, I believe. And these two have shown out in the promos leading up to this match.
Yeah, it's a lot of prove-its on this card, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of prove-its on this card. It's so many of them. Like, this is probably the most prove-its I've seen on an AEW card. They got a lot of prove-its on this card. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, guys, clear the air. Never take a clear mind for granted. If you have one, cherish it, nourish it,
Ooh, yeah.
treat it with the utmost respect. If you have a clear mind, do not take that shit for granted. Please don't. Do you know how rare and how much of a blessing it is to walk around with a clear mind? And somebody might say, oh, if you live it right, you should always walk around. That's a different thing. That's called a clear conscience. No, walking around with a clear mind is typically only afforded to people who can afford it, if you know what I'm getting at. So if you working a 9-to-5 and your ass making $45,000 a year and you got a clear mind, enjoy it. And man, don't let nobody take that shit from you.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody take that shit from you. Because it is an absolute reward to walk around with a clear mind. It is a blessing. Do not take it for granted. And that's what I want to clear the air on.
Fat shaming your world champion is something you should never, ever, ever do. Rossi. I don't know how you still continue to get fans with your comments, your actions, and to get team up. Well, I mean, I can understand the WWE alliance because WWE is a terrible, terrible place. But I just terrible.
Yeah, no, that Japanese Monopoly man looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with him.
And the fact that people just come back and think that's okay. I don't know if that's a cultural thing or not, but it's just wrong. You should not be fat shaming your world champion who's not out of shape at all. Her size is not, her weight is not hurting her match ability or quality at all. And yet you say this. It's stupid. And knock it off.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, we gave y'all hour 34 of that good work, so it's time for us to get the fuck up out of here because I got some stuff to plan. I got some stuff to get in order. So, therefore, going once, going twice, and so to the man with the braids in his hair. So, sign off yet again. It's the epitome of black excellence, the king of dimes, and just your boy, Mr. Starks, and
Being a football boy, the Messiah, semi-cute sixes, and the internal pessimist, Big Dub.
peace out, y'all.
See you Friday.